Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching the Breakfast Show on Now TV International. And as we said earlier, we shall be talking in this segment of the show about the technology and the role of AI also in shaping the literary world, and especially in this edition of the World Cairo International Book Fair. And in this regard, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Wael Badawi, information technology expert. Good morning, Dr. Wael.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So talking about a very interesting topic, actually, the AI and the role of technology in shaping how the readers think and how the authors actually also publish their books. Can you start by sharing with us what are the major topics in modern publishing, please, and how do you see actually their impact on the literary world, especially in this edition of the book fair?
This edition of the book fair, we have been observing several of our colleagues have been putting forward books which will talk about the impact of technology, the impact of AI. Even
Yes.
There was a good friend of mine who was putting a book around how we can interrogate and investigate and how to make a trial for applications like ChatGPT. So there are different topics have been evolving right now over the last maybe less than a year around the use of the technology and of artificial intelligence, very specific, very detailed technology. It also impacts the way we produce and we receive these books. Several of these books now are being edited, have been image generated, have been organized and structured using AI tools to guarantee consistency. Also, several of these books will be delivered through digital platforms and through digital means. Some of them becomes interactive books where the reader actually can go in and can interact, and then interaction doesn't mean flip pages. It also means that when you have scenes or you have descriptions, the book will make a 3D or a morphological model, which is you can actually go through it to have a better understanding of the story. So technology has been impacting this particular industry, not only from changing the topics, but also how to produce and how to generate this content.
And how actually do we ensure that the readers get authentic content from the authors while using AI and these technology?
Actually, this is a very deep question, because I believe your question means how do you guarantee that the user is actually receiving a human-created content, not a computer-generated content. This is a key question right now, and one of the big fears for AI is many of the platforms and many of the books, many of the sources of information right now may be edited, may be generated from scratch, may be modified, may be assisted by AI. And I can tell you there is no guarantee, to be honest with you. Even tools which will check AI content, many of these tools are not really accurate. On a personal note, I had a paper which was published 2002 before even any of this generated AI in the market, and I was just for fun putting it through one of the elite tools, the most expensive one in the market, and I found there are 6% AI generated in the abstract. And when I did the research, I found out that the AI detection tools, non-native speaking English like us, will detect the same way we write. Like we write in a passive way. We don't write active tenses. We write in a short sentences. We try, because we are not native speakers, we have been trained to write in a way which is basically the same way the AI tool. So this was an interesting finding, and even I shared it with my community, that this AI tools, and there is at least one big university in Egypt, foreign university in Egypt, one of the largest ones, have been not using these tools for detecting AI. So the short answer to your very decent, elegant question is no way to detect. Is all self-disclosed by the author, and we trust our authors. And I believe if our authors will not tell us that this is an AI assisted or this is an AI helped tools generate this book, we will not believe in them anymore, and this comes from the ethics of these particular authors. In my books in particular, I always write in the back, if I use it, that this cover page have been generated, the image of the cover page have been generated with this prompt from the AI. If I did some assisting, I will write down somewhere in the book that this book have been assisted and where are the sections, which is, majority of them will be translated sections, majority of them will be better paraphrasing or better writing, or it's not really the actual concept comes from the AI tool. But your question, it's a $1 million question, and no answer to it till today.
Yes, of course. Actually, can you tell us more about the opportunities that were actually put by the use of technology, and also the drawbacks from using the technology in publishing?
In publishing now, with the use of technology in publishing, there are techniques and there are people who will put these books out in less than 3 days. Once you have the content, the book can be framed, can be organized in less than 3 days. Majority of the books right now are print on demand, which will actually save the storage for the books. So there are many platforms, and some of them are actually Arabic platform as well, not only English ones, where you upload your book, and as an author publishing, it will allow also the platform to, when you have an order, it will print one book at a time. It will not print thousands of books and store them in a storage place. So the impact of this technology, it also allows us to edit the book. So if somebody, you remember in the old days, we used to have what we call it errata. And the errata is a special section inside the book where after I published my book, I found a few mistakes. Then I put the errata, which basically correct the formulas, correct the spelling, correct specific sentences. Nowadays, with the digital technology and the use of it, you can also edit your book on demand. So if you have any observation, you can actually go and edit the book without even reprinting the whole books.
And actually also proofreading used to take a lot of time. So now with the technology and the AI tools, it became very easy to proofread the book before publishing it. So that's another thing.
But these things in particular has lots of internal questions. As a personal experience, we have been getting some material and we did the proofreading for it, send it to my colleagues in different universities and places, and they reply back, it lost the human touch. So the proofreading by the AI tool still did not give us that this is written by human, especially in topics which include more like emotion, feelings, religion. This kind of writing, it needs to be human created, human proofread. When the computer will get in place, many of them will say it becomes dry. It's not really a human touch. And this is just a personal experience.
Yes, actually many people argue that the AI and digital tools right now are reshaping the way young people interact with literature. So how can events like the book fair and others leverage this to promote reading among young people?
I agree with what you said, and young people do not have a capacity because of their personalities, types, do not have capacity to read big books and large books. So usually they look at the concise messages, small messages. They don't have the time to browse. So I believe in this book fair in particular, many universities and many schools have been sending their students, and some of them are actually on vacation. And I'm aware of so many students have actually not only volunteering, but attending so many days in this fair to attend the specific signatures, events, to attend different events. So mixing live events with the book fair, it attracted so many of the students and the youth and the young generations. Also, when we look at the way the AI will summarize a book, this will promote someone interested in the full content to read the book. Also, we have the audiobooks. So now in the publishing industry,
the e-books and audiobooks,
is not a written book. There is also an audio book. There is a media played book. There is an electronic book. There is a PDF file, or which is very common format for files now. So there are so many ways people are receiving this book. So each one of the youth will be able to accommodate the best way he likes to receive the information now. Either he's audible or visual, or he likes to read the details. At the end of the day, I like to just give an advice that we are not knowledgeable without reading. And people who can read can always write, and write good English and write good Arabic, because we cannot generate writing without practicing reading first.
Yes.
And experience how to express our information and our ideas.
100%. And actually, talking about education, what role do you think does technology education play in bridging the gap between traditional and digital stories?
We in artificial intelligence schools, we are now creating 3D avatars which can really read books, can interact with books. We can always have the video generated scenes associated with a specific part of books. So, and particularly in Egypt, with our leadership in AI education, there are lots of projects about getting written content and automatically transfer it into video or an audio, and video using the Arabic accent, in Egyptian accent, not the standard Arabic dialect. So we try to localize it. So there are lots of technologies right now have been trying to transfer information and ideas to audience using this AI tools and all these nice graphics, all this nice audio.
Coping with the technology, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Wael Badawi, information technology expert, thank you so much for having the time to talk to us about the role of AI and technology in shaping the literary world. Dear viewers, a short break and we'll be right back.